Today marks 13 credit, 31st day sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with you. And I hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, it'll empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about coincidences or synchronicity. Such an interesting word. Synchronicity. I think it's a beautiful word because a lot of times when we really want something to happen and we're really pushing hard, it doesn't work. And sometimes it just seems that everything just in alignment with your actions. I think that to be able to really ask ourselves how we really bring more synchronicity in our lives. Because synchronicity means that you're able to really go through life and start seeing the signs of you doing the right thing. I think that when you do not see synchronicity in your life, it might be that something that you're doing that is not in alignment with your values, with your beliefs, with your way of your living. Because what we need to do to really see synchronicity, because I think that synchronicity is quite a common thing. But the most important part, what we need to understand, that we need to act and live in a certain way to really see synchronicities in our lives. So number one, we need to really stay present. When we are not present, when we're constantly busy, when we're always in the motion, we miss all the opportunities to really see the life sending us messages, life sending us opportunities, life sending us the ideas that we can implement, opportunities that we can really go after. I think that we're not present, we're missing all that up. And that's why I think that, it doesn't matter what we are going through. Maybe the best times of our life, maybe the worst parts of lives. The most important part that we really need to do to really stay in the game is really work to being present in the moment. Because when you're present, you're able to really make those best days even better. You're able to bring more joy, more bliss, more meaning, more purpose, more vision. But if you're in the worst days, you're able to come up with ideas, bring more curiosity, bring more opportunities, just to make sure that you're able to get out of your station. Because I think that when we move out of that staying present, we don't see synchronicity. We don't know what we're able to change. We don't know how to improve, because the only thing is that the improvement happens in the present. So of course, as I mentioned today, this topic is synchronicity and bringing more of it. But if we want to have that synchronicity, the number one key aspect of it is we need to be present. We need to say, like, what do I need to do today to really move forward? And I think that's sometimes you can really start asking too much questions. We need to reflect, but not overanalyze. I think that there's always a fine line between reflection and overanalyzing. Because the most important key part of reflection is that how much do I need to actually act on it? How much do I need? How much do I want and how much do I need? Because there is a difference. How much do I want most times is much more than how much actually we need. Because how much do I want most times I want 100% clarity on that reflection, on that situation, on that coincidence, on that synchronicity, on that problem, whatever it is. But what we need of it is probably 40, 70%, maybe even 20%, because I love Pareto rule, because 20% brings 80% of results. Exactly, I think that sometimes with reflections, sometimes you just need to understand the core. What was the core of that? And then when you understand the core, you don't need all the details. You need just understanding the major part of that. And when you know the major part, when you reflect on that, of course, at that moment, you're able to take action. Because then we reflect for a reason. We reflect that we could potentially act on it or don't act on it. It depends, of course, if you made a mistake, you want to don't act on the same mistake again in the future. So that means the reflection is to act or not to act. And sometimes that not to act is action itself. So the number one thing that we need to understand, that synchronicity as well is something that we need to act on. If you start to see that there is some universe synchronizing things, and that means that you're looking to start some opportunity, and you start to see that there's a lot of people speaking about it, your friends start messaging about it, and you see that there's a lot of dots connecting, and it seems that while you were not working on it, nobody was messaging about it. But now when you started, people who never knew that you're working on it is messaging you as well. And that's again beautiful synchronicity. That just shows again that that gives you even that confidence. Okay, I'm working on the right thing. The universe sending me on. And again, there's two things that I think that is happening at the same time. Universe sending a message that you most likely working on the right thing. At the same time, you elevating your vibration. I truly believe in vibrations. I truly believe in the frequency. So that means that people who didn't reach out to you before, it might be that they were in different frequency. But because now you start to really work on some opportunity, you start working, you get more excited, your attitude increases, your emotions increases, your mental capacity increases, your physicality potential increases if you exercise. So that means that there's so many things have increased, and because of that increase, your frequency and vibration increases, and now you're able to connect with people who have been thousands of miles away because you're just in the same frequency, the same vibration, and they start to think about you because they are in alignment with your vibration. I truly believe that, and it's always worked for me when I think about the lowest times of my life. Nobody speaks to me. The best times of my life, everyone messages me. So and exactly all the times is where I am in my journey. And I think that it's just being able to really understand, okay, what is your frequency and always work on it. And I think that synchronicity is a beautiful sign for you to really even work and start to see that more synchronicity in your life. And shows that, okay, I'm working, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. So that means I will share like what we're supposed to do with synchronicity just to make sure that we're able to take advantage of it. So number one thing that really we need to really shift our life from control to curiosity. And I think that sometimes we need to say that I want to be guided by life, by coincidence, by synchronicity. And sometimes we want to really control everything. So that means that there's a problem, we want to have everything control over it, and we push it and are hard. And sometimes when we push that solution so hard on that problem, it doesn't land because that solution is not the best. But if you really are open and curious, okay, so like let's go outside and allow ideas to come in to fix this problem. So that means that I will be so curious, so open. I will go outside. I will look for different topics and I will allow my subconscious work on this problem. I will bring ideas. I will bring opportunities. I will bring knowledge. I will bring a lot of wisdom, reflections, and I allow our mind to solve that. Because sometimes when we really leave that problem alone, I really invest peacefully, presently into developing yourself, you become bigger and that problem becomes so much smaller. So rather than really focusing on control, we're able to focus on curiosity and developing ourselves. And because we became bigger, that's and a lot of times the synchronicity starts to be a big thing. I think that sometimes we need to second thing that we're able to really use synchronicity is use synchronicity as a feedback. I tried to mention that. That means that sometimes we're able to understand, okay, what I was thinking, what I was feeling, what kind of emotional state I was when I start to see synchronicities in my life. Because if you don't see synchronicities, it might be that at the moment, you're not doing anything that maybe you need to, or maybe you want to. You can really reflect on your life. I say, what do you do? How you do with what is your values? What is your beliefs? What are your aspirations? What is your vision? Do you do something that is in alignment with what you really want to do? Because if you do something that is not in alignment with your values, beliefs, aspirations, vision, most likely will not see synchronicities because synchronicity happens only in your key area of expertise or key areas of where you're supposed to go. That's what I truly believe that, and it's great feedback. Number three is track it. The synchronicity journal. So it means track it when really happened, what really happened, and how you felt about it, what topic, what industry, what area, like where those synchronicities is happening. Maybe there's a pattern. Maybe there's a pattern of synchronicities in your life, and then when you see that, okay, synchronicities happen when this. I think that is giving you an option to really bring more synchronicities in your life if you actually start to see the pattern when you're able to start to see that the universe is sending you the messages that is the right thing for you to do. I truly believe that there's energies, there's vibrations, there are frequencies, that we are able to do so much actions, and the more actions do we take, the more universe is blessing us. That's as I truly believe it. And that's just that's how it is. Like the more we do, the more blessed we are. And it's hard to believe that synchronicities will come up when you don't do anything. Synchronicities show up only when you take action, when you really pursue something meaningful. Without action, it's very hard to really expect synchronicities. And again, this is, I guess, just synchronicity is almost a gift or a reward for people who take action. I think that is a beautiful way to look at it. And I think that synchronicity could be paired with surrender, pair intention with surrender. That means that we're able to really set clear intention, but at the same time detach from the outcome and they really stay alert to what unfolds. Again, this is, as I said, very, very important. Sometimes really give yourself permission to really not control everything. Because we're able to influence massively everything, but you're not able to control everything. So it means knowing that sometimes we need to really surrender the parts that we're not able to control and really allow ourselves to find a way. There'll be people who will tell things. That's why when I love reading, sometimes I love reading one book outside of my expertise or the things that I'm looking at, because that one book potentially could bring ideas that you never thought that could potentially be beneficial in your life. Really put yourself outside, and those synchronicities between different industries, different areas could really allow you to really level up. And I think that's the last thing that I want to mention, that act when it feels alive. I think that synchronicity always supposed to make us feel more alive, more joyful, more blissful, and really have that great feeling knowing that I'm doing the right thing. And even in synchronicities happening right now with other people mentioning the same thing that I'm working on, they're bringing ideas, they're bringing opportunities, they're really speaking about something that really matters to me. They didn't know that I'm working on it, but they're really messaging or are speaking about the same thing that I'm working on. It's a beautiful thing. I truly believe it's a beautiful thing when you really have that inner sense of resonance, of the vibrations, of the frequency, of the higher level of execution. So I hope that you reflect as well. Have you ever felt that maybe even somebody's deja vu, that feeling alignment, feeling synchronicity, feeling coincidences, just to make sure that it seems that universe working for you? For me, my beliefs are, I have a truly believe in the faith, and I truly believe that God is putting us forward. He is sending us blessings. A lot of times what I found is that sometimes we are not ready to receive blessings. So God is waiting on us until we'll grow enough to receive that blessing. That's what I think that is very, very important, to really grow ourselves and really sometimes leave that problem away, to really grow ourselves. And when we grow ourselves, with our character develops, our mindset develops, our emotional evolution develops, then God says, okay, finally He's ready for this blessing, and He starts sending universe to help us to really achieve the goal that we have set for ourselves. I truly believe that that's something even that I think that I have a goosebumps thinking about how many times that happened to me when I grew, things that showed up into my life. And I truly believe that it's God sending the blessings that He always had prepared for me. And I think that's exactly could happen for you. And I think it's happened. And I think that you have seen, if you actually look into reflective, you will see a lot of times it really actually happens in our lives. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.